everyone, thank you for joining me. Today we're making the Gala apple pie. To begin with, we need 6 cups of Gala apples, peeled, sliced and cored. That is about 1 apple per cup. It says to boil them for about 45 minutes. I am going to say now that was far too long because all of the flavour of the apple came out. I'd maybe say 15-20 minutes just to soften them slightly. We are then making a mixture to go with our apples, which consists of half a cup of sugar, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, 1 teaspoon of light cream. I just used a single cream, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. You're going to combine this all together into sort of a thick paste, and then once your apples are done, you're going to combine those in there as well. For your pastry, I'd maybe recommend a rough puff or like a puff pastry. I used short crust. It wasn't very sweet and it didn't really help with the apples not having much flavour, so I would definitely recommend that instead. So I'm going to show you 2 different ways of doing this. You can do them as like individual pies, that's sort of like a McDonald's type thing, or you can make one big pie. I made enough for about 4 or 5 with the filling. So you want to put your pastry down first regardless, put your filling in and then top it again. It does say to wet the edges. I managed to get away with not having to do that, but obviously play it by ear. And then you're going to need to put some holes in so it's got some breathing space while it's cooking. Currently I'm just making some extra short crust for that pie. It was 250 grams of plain flour to 125 grams of butter. Obviously if you want to add some milk in there, do so as well. But like I said previously, I think like a puff pastry might be better for this dish. Once you're happy with your pies, whether they're individual or a whole one, it doesn't say this in the recipe, but again, it's a recommendation to make these slightly better. Put either some melted butter or some egg yolk on the top and maybe a bit of caster sugar. Again, these just weren't very sweet and I think it just needs a little bit of extra something just to help it out. These are going in the oven for 35 to 45 minutes. Obviously, if you've made the individual ones, it'll be more like 25-30. Obviously, just keep an eye on them. So it is 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius. Let me know what you think, what you want to make next. As always, stay safe and I will see you in the next one.